The Labyrinth of Disloyalty, A Divided Heart. In the peaceful university city of Salamanca, where the golden stones of the Plaza Mayor shone at sunset and the murmur of the students, before, filling the streets, lived a seemingly perfect marriage. Elena, a dedicated and compassionate doctor, and Javier, a passionate and charismatic literature professor. Elena, with her white coat, and his serene gaze, he was a pillar of strength in the university hospital. His days passed between endless shifts, demanding consultations and the responsibility of saving lives. His dedication, his devotion to his patients was unwavering, his empathy infinite. Javier, for his part, was an inspiring teacher, capable of igniting the spark of passion for literature in his students. His classes were a journey through imaginary worlds, an encounter with unforgettable characters, a discovery of the beauty hidden in words. His charisma and enthusiasm made him an admired teacher. Oh, my dear. His home, an old house with a flowery garden, was a refuge of peace and harmony. The quiet dinners, the deep conversations, the afternoons of shared reading, the walks through the old town, everything contributed to creating an atmosphere of complicity and affection. Their love, built on the basis of trust and mutual respect, seemed indestructible. One autumn afternoon, while Elena was returning home after an exhausting shift, she found Javier waiting for her in the living room, with a somber expression. She sat beside him, took his hands in hers, and with a trembling voice, he confessed that he had fallen in love with another woman, a fellow teacher named Sofia. Elena's world crumbled like a house of cards. She felt a sharp pain in her chest, an incredulity that left her breathless. How could Javier, the man to whom she had given her life, betray her in that way? How could he break the promise of eternal love they had made? During the days following, Elena lived in a limbo of pain and confusion. She tried to maintain composure in the hospital, but her mind was clouded by betrayal. Her patients, her colleagues, her friends all know his sadness, his lost gaze, his absent smile. Javier, for his part, moved to a small apartment, tormented by guilt and regret. He tried to talk to Elena, to explain our feelings, to ask for forgiveness, but she avoided him, unable to bear his presence. Elena sought comfort in her friends and family, but their words of encouragement failed to fill the void in her heart. He took refuge in his work, dedicating long hours to his patients, seeking a distraction in the responsibility of caring for others. One night, while reading a poetry book that Javier, Elena felt a surge of anger. How could she allow Javier's betrayal to destroy her? How could she? Would she let him snatch away her happiness, her dignity, her life? She decided she would not become a victim. She focused on her personal growth, resumed old hobbies, and enrolled in yoga classes. Through meditation, she surrounded herself with positive people who supported and loved her. She realized that she deserved to be happy, with or without Javier. With time, Elena began to heal. She learned to forgive Javier, not for him but for herself. She understood that unrequited love did not define her worth, that her happiness did not depend on the presence of another. She became a stronger, more confident woman, and herself, more independent. One day, while walking around the university campus, Elena ran into Javier and Sofia. She saw them holding hands, smiling, happy. She felt a slight prick of pain, but he let it pass. He knew he had passed the test, that he had found inner peace. Elena continued with her life, building a future full of hope and joy. She became an even more dedicated doctor, an inspiring woman, an example of resilience and strength. And although the memory of Javier would always be present, it no longer had the power to hurt her. End.